let's get right into it, man. Let's talk about the Superman legacy casting. So Rachel Brosnahan is cast as Lois Lane, and David Corenswet is cast as Superman. Um, how do you feel about that? What was your opinion? What was your reaction when you first saw it?
I can't say I'm too familiar with these actors, and first of all, I think that's a plus. I think that like when there are these major roles like this, you don't want an actor that is already established. We've seen this with Marvel, we've seen this with Star Wars, we've seen this with James Bond, and I think that the reason you don't want an actor that's already so well known is it's harder for audiences to see that actor in the role because they immediately think of another role that actor did such a good job playing. So easier to start from zero. Let's call it that. I think David Corenswet, like you'd be hard pressed to find a more accurate looking Superman. I mean, the guy looks like he is straight out of the comic books. It's crazy. And, I did see a picture of Rachel Brosnahan. I'm going to call it Brosnan. I think that's the way you pronounce it. I think it's just spelled a little differently than my guy, Pierce Brosnan.
At first, I thought that was his daughter, and I was like, hold up. But it's not.
No, it's spelled differently. But I saw a picture of her next to a screen grab of Lois Lane from the comics, and that looked identical also. It's crazy. Listen, it seems like people online were saying for Rachel Brosnahan that like you couldn't find a more perfect Lois Lane. I haven't seen her in anything. I saw a couple people say that, so I think that's a good sign. And like I always say, I have faith in James Gunn. I believe in him. The guy knows what he's doing. And if these are the people he's picked to be in Superman Legacy, I'm behind him.
Yeah, we're in a superhero group chat where we talk about casting and stuff, and one of our friends in Lewis was vouching for Rachel Brosnahan super hard. So if he likes her, then we'll probably love her as well because he has the same views as us. I haven't seen any projects that Brosnan is in. I did start Hollywood, so I got to finish it. All right, but I can see where Corenswet, like I see like there's certain mannerisms that he has, the way he looks. Like this kid, I'm like, this kid is just Superman. Like, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah.
And I might be very remiss to say he like, as in looks, he's more accurate than Cavill. Like this kid is, bro. Do you know he's 6'4"?
Damn, I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't look tall, but he's 6'4", bro.
Yeah. Damn. I think that this is going to be crazy. And, I hope down the line we see, like, if they're still doing cameos, which I hope they're not, I hope that, 3 Superman movies in, we could see a Henry Cavill cameo and we could see that come full circle. But for right now, I don't think that it's in anyone's best interest to be really, propping him up against Henry Cavill.
Bro, this dude's 29 years old. Yeah. 29.
Damn.
He's young, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I would make Henry Cavill Jor-El, but that's just me. That'll be fire.
Right.
But
well, it's interesting that he's 29 because, I think that people were expecting the actor to be 2021, but Hollywood always casts older and plays them younger.
29 is a good age. 29 is a great age because this guy, in 10 years, he'll only be 30, 40, 39? I mean, that's young, man.
Right.
And so, you're going to have a lot of time to age the character through. And as he gets older, he's still going to look younger. So, it's going to be a perfect situation, even with Brosnan. I mean, and plus, here's the catch that makes it even better. Them two have acted in previous projects. So they already have, and that's one of the reasons why they got casted, bros, because they already have chemistry together. So this is like a perfect casting, bro.
Yeah.
And this is remiss to and this is giving me I feel like this is when thank God that they're not getting a lot of hate. And I think that's where we all are as fans. Because James Gunn studied the material. He grew up with the comic books and he's a nerd just like us. And and after watching that Rosenbaum interview, it just shows that James Gunn, like, he really, like, he treats the content like the greats should. He treats the content like it's his. He treats it with care, and he follows by the source. And when you look at these castings of Rachel Brosnahan and David Corenswet, you couldn't have casted a better group of people. Yeah. You and I both know that. Now, sorry, Wisham.
No, I was going to say, and you know what? Like, I also think that for the DCU to start off with Superman Legacy, and this movie looks bright, it looks colorful, and as much as I, am a Batman guy, I think it's smart because you're going to see a different tone from DC that people really haven't seen in a really long time. I mean, back to the original Richard Donner Superman movies, there hasn't been anything like this. And I think it's smart for James Gunn, rip off the Band-Aid. It's a new day. It's a new era. And, let people know that things are going to be different.
I view this as like Christopher Reeves, just like a 2023, updated version of him. And I think there's going to be better adaptations of Superman as well. I think he's going to be very naive of giving everyone a chance. Like, that's the kind of Superman that I would want to see, and the type of Superman that I would want to see, Corenswet grow into over the next 10 years. Let me just read you a quote of what Corenswet said about his Superman casting. All right. He said this: "My pie in the sky ambition is definitely to play Superman. I love Henry Cavill's dark and gritty take, but I would love to see the next one very bright and optimistic."
Wow. He nailed it. I mean, you couldn't have a more perfect statement. He's showing respect. He's saying he loves Henry Cavill, but he's like, I'm trying to do something different. And
he has to, because if James Gunn went dark and gritty, like because Man of Steel was also a very dark tone as well. If he went that dark and gritty route, we would just be comparing him to Henry Cavill, because he looks like Henry Cavill.